scene. They like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic.
Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready? 10 over.
Check. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
And ready.
And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Ready? 60 or 44.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Ready?
This is Breida. And an alley to run. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
Hey, team 6. Now.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the feet. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny.
That second down play was what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
I'm here all day.
On third down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And it's taken in at the 9. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At the 30-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Owens looking deep down. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down, Seahawks.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Lady.
Monk's 56. I got one.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, Tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Mike, 55.
Spot that.
Mike, you're not ready. You're not ready.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Complete to DK Metcalf. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and
5.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Easy.
They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Exit.
Off play action. Owens. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 7-7, our score after 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Owens. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Line 90.
Mike's 56. Watch the screen. Pass.
Hey guys, listen.
Wilson now to throw on third down. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. A very solid gain of 27. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 2nd down.
Check 56. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Wilson now to throw again. Buying time to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Throwing on first down. Owens. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Owens. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Check safety. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He'll run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Hit it.
57 to Mike. 57.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's going to be caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jay Sternberger, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Wilson going to throw again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. To throw is Wilson. To throw on 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. The 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. He scored on the ground and through the air as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Myers connects on the PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And now it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Owens. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Owens. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Wilson now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Check, check. Watch it before. Watch it before.
Throwing now. Wilson on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Check nickel, nickel, nickel. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the run, watch the run.
Zebra, zebra.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Joker.
I'll go special. I'll go special. Bang out, bang out. Bam, bam.
Wilson will throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Let's go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Owens. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Hey, box truck. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Owens. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Owens. I was going to let this go for the end zone. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Complete. It's Johnson. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
Check 380.
Check 55 to Mike. Here we go.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They go play action here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. Here's Wilson. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Check 31. Check.
Draw play. This is Carson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it. 2nd and 4.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 49ers' 23-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Watch twist, watch twist!
Now Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Move 15! 12! You don't see me in your nightmare!
After the penalty, it's Penny. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal, and Penny standing by himself in the backfield. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and through by Myers, and we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Switch it.
Back to throw. Owens. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On second down, here's Penny. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Throwing is Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Alert.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Short throw to Disley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Wilson to throw. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Breida, he'll try the right side. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Second and 8 on the Seahawks' 33-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you. Kill.
Chopper. Hey, you.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 8. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's get it.
Go.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Let's go.
On the delay, here's Breida. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
You draw Porter.
Mike, 44. Now let's run.
On 4th down, Owens. And no, it's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions at the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this 4th quarter and the rest of this game very interesting.
Not today.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson got his man. It's Williams. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's get it. 53.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Seahawks 40-yard line.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, Haywood.
2nd and 1. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I remember a coach told me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 4th down, Owens. And that is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game-tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And here's Wilson throwing again. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go, let's bring it.
Penny, the 1st down carry. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
I think someone's going to get in the QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the 2nd person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, 2nd drive, not much better. Completes it to Jennings. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Bravo. Let's go. 55. Ready? Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Ready, go. Now.
To throw on 2nd down, Owens. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Looking to throw. Owens. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw on second down. Owens. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Owens. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Looking to throw. Owens. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
Check, 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 check. Check three.
From the gun, Owens. And it's caught. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Back to throw. Owens to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Pettis once again the target, but now it's 3rd and goal. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
On 4th down, Owens. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Partner, is that a little sweet justice for Super Bowl 49 right there?
You know nothing can ever erase the total sting, but that has to feel good, right? To flip it around, be on their own 1-yard line defending, and come up with the interception.
Now Rashad Penny. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
Oh, and you can forget overtime. This is going to be a safety in the final minute of the game. Oh, my. Guys, this game's felt a bit weird all along the whole way through, and no better better play maybe exemplifies that weirdness than that safety right there.
Partner, you got a tie game and time running out. You got to be ultra careful down on that end of the field, and this could very well be the play that decides this football game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but it'll be 2nd down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking to...
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Seahawks, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Niners, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right